Hey everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit, and I'm here to do another collective reading. We're going to look at this full moon in Leo energy, which where I am was yesterday, but you know me, the energy is always good for you know, a month or so, because that's the cycle of the moon. Um, Sometimes you can feel it before too. So let's see, I'm going to take my energy oracle card and we're going to see what comes out here first. So I hope everybody's doing good. Hope you're having a good full moon. I hope you're having a good 2026. What is the message for everybody, please? Oh, hi, Kitty. Kitty, excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna pull some cards. You wanna pull some cards? Okay, hold on. What is the message? We have strategy. So, and I'm getting an image here with this, there's like a quill. So there's something maybe about writing or maybe doing some writing for your work, or there's something about a journey, um, something that you are writing about. Maybe you're writing about your experiences or something like that. What else do we have? We have walking away. So you could be okay, for somebody here, you're being called to write a book, and this has to deal with walking away from a specific situation. I'm not exactly sure what that situation is, but we will look more into it with tarot. We have yin and yang. So there's like a balance here. There's like a shadow side and a light side here. You're needing to walk away from something, but there's a gift that you're creating from walking away. We have door to romance on the back. So there could be like a connection that is important to you. Um, really, what am I getting here? So you're stable and secure. You need to walk away from something towards something better. I'm hearing walking towards the light. So maybe you've gone through like a shadow period or a dark night of the soul. Maybe some things have come to light from going through some darkness or something. There's also an opportunity for love here, but I feel like somebody's guarded to this love. Somebody has their heart in a cage. So I don't know if that's you, but there is an opportunity with the keyhole here. And it's like allowing your heart to be free, allowing your heart to be full, something like that. So that is very interesting. That's interesting to start out with. Let's pull some tarot and see what else comes out. I like the message so far. It looks like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of there's kind of a duality to it. There could be possible love or romance. There could be walking away from something, and there's also like starting a journey or creating a journey, writing a journey, going on a journey, something like that. So that's very interesting. So what else for everybody for this Leo full moon? What is the energy, please? For everyone, this Leo full moon, what are we looking at? What energy are we looking at? We got two, we have the Ace of Wands, and then we also have the King of Swords. Okay, what else for everybody for this Leo full moon? We have Queen of Cups. What else for everybody for this Leo full moon? I was gonna try to do this in the daylight. The daylight got away from me. The Six of Cups. So hopefully you guys can see the cards. Okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. What else for everybody for this Leo full moon energy, please? What is this Leo full moon energy for the collective? We have Two of Swords. We have Queen of Swords. Wow. All right, and then one more for the Leo full moon energy for everyone, please. So we got two. We have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords, or the Five of Swords, sorry. And then we have the Knight of Wands on the back. All right, so what is this saying to me? Um, there's a passionate and stable new beginning coming in. I feel like you are going to have to make a decision and you're kind of feeling torn, or you're going to be feeling torn. You're going to have to use your intuition and kind of take control of your thoughts. I feel like you're torn between your head and your heart. So you kind of have this head and heart decision, really like it's inspirational, motivational energy. There's something like where you've planted this seed and something's starting fresh, but your heart and your mind aren't connecting. They're in conflict with each other. So that's why we have this Two of Swords energy. So you need to take control of those thoughts. Um, I feel like be wary of like what you're speaking, what you're thinking, um, as you're kind of in a really good manifesting mode right now, but you're feeling stuck because you're focusing on the past. Something was really good in the past. There's some sort of like loyalty that you had in the past, and you're stuck in your head because you're thinking about that loyalty. It's really causing conflict. You really want to move forward. They're telling you to move forward, but you are kind of in your head about this. Well, not kind of, you're really in your head about this because you have the Two of Swords, the Five of Swords, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Whenever I get two queens, to me, that's like you're so there's some sort of conflict, usually like an internal conflict, because queens represent the feminine energy, which would be more of like that internal energy. Um, so yeah, you're really having a conflict with your mind. Let's go ahead and clarify and see if there's anything else that we're getting here. Maybe we could get a bigger picture for this full moon and Leo energy. So show us more about this. What is this Ace of Wands energy for full moon and Leo? We have the Nine of Swords, or Nine of Wands. Sorry, I don't know why I said swords. It's been a long day. So you're feeling guarded. So yeah, it's like there's a spark of inspiration. There's a seed that's been planted, but you are feeling guarded because you've been through a lot. So we're kind of getting that. Remember yin yang? I was saying somebody's gone through the darkness. You've gone through the darkness and you're kind of hesitant to start something new because I feel like whatever you went through has been really impactful. Like not necessarily in a bad way, but it's just caused a lot of energy drain, I guess. What is this King of Swords energy for everyone for this full moon in Leo? We have the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, you really need to be in your power, take control of your thoughts, look at how far you've come. We got two nines here, so nines are about completions of cycles, near completions of cycles. So it looks like you are graduating some part of life now, and that's where this new beginning is going to come in. That's where this like passionate, motivational, um, stable new beginning is coming in, but you really have to kind of take hold of your power. And I'm getting intuition again. So there's something about like how your intuition is really uh, impactful for you at this time. It's really necessary and valuable at this time. What is this Queen of Cups energy for you? We have death. So yeah, you need to be kind to yourself, need to give yourself that self-care, because there's something here where like you have to let go of something, you have to release something so that you can like feel that love that you have. Again, it has to deal with your intuition, so pay attention to your intuition, recognizing your worth. not being afraid to kind of step out of your comfort zone. I feel like with this Nine of Wands here, somebody's a little bit hesitant because this is like the wounded warrior energy. You've been through a lot. You're like, do I really want to start something new? Because this is kind of freaking me out. And they're saying, yeah, you do, but you got to release something first. So you can't hold on to the thing and go for it. That's going to be trouble for you. It's better for you to liberate yourself by releasing whatever it is you need to release, and that'll help you kind of have this self-love, and it'll help like open up that crown shot, or not the crown, well, yeah, that one too, but that third eye chakra where you can be intuitive about this and make a good intuitive decision. What is this Six of Cups energy for everyone? Okay, we have the Devil. So there's something that you're like really holding on to from the past. I feel like it was like a good experience, something with loyalty, but I feel like that needs to be let go. There's something where you're kind of like bound to it, and you shouldn't really be bound to it right now. It's not working in your best interest at this time. Because yes, there was something from the past, and I feel like, we always learn from the past, but whatever this is, you're supposed to learn from it, move on from it. And I think that's kind of keeping you stuck. That's why we have this Eight of Swords here. So I feel like, you're kind of staying stuck in this energy, which isn't really serving you moving forward with the energy, if that makes sense. What is this Ace of Pentacles here for, please? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so something you've worked really hard on, you should know what this is because it is a seed that you've planted. There's some sort of seed you've worked really hard on. You've spent a lot of time, energy, effort. Um, and so maybe that's why you're hesitant too, because there is sort of like passion here, but I feel like there's also a little energy of burnout that I'm getting. And I think burnout is because there's just so much going on. Because you are moving to a new level, but you're holding on to these things from the past that aren't serving you. And so I think that's causing some sort of blockage when it comes to, moving forward and recognizing how much work you've put into this. What is this Two of Swords energy for everyone? We have the Page of Wands. Um, so yeah, you're stuck in your head, and I feel like there's a part of you inside of you that's just like, dying to like get this out in the open. Like you really have this childlike enthusiasm about you with this, but you're trying to think logically about it. And you're also trying to maintain your composure um, with this Nine of Pentacles here. So I feel like, there's more than one kind of blockage. This is like a solar plexus blockage that I'm seeing happening. So it's kind of like your feelings about your self-confidence and all that could be impacting this, where like you want to like take this risk and you want to reach out or start something or just do something for the moment, but it's kind of like immature energy where you're trying to pull yourself back with your thoughts and say, no, I need to think this through. I need to make sure I don't lose my stability. You're not in any danger of losing your stability. I think that's sort of the illusion here. What is this Queen of Swords energy here? The King of Cups. Oh my goodness. So we have the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. So for somebody, this could be like that relationship, that heart with the key, the sort of romance card. This could be like there's somebody here where you're very compatible both emotionally and intellectually. And so there's a person here where, you're wanting to take a risk and feeling like you don't want to be hurt because maybe you've been hurt in the past. And so you're trying to focus on other things like your work, but this, you just can't deny it because you just can't. Like I have, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and King of Swords, Queen of Swords. So there's something where you're extremely compatible, like both in your emotions, in your heart space, and with your thoughts, your like mercurial energy, that communication type energy. Like communication is amazing because you're really on the same page with this person, but there's something you've got to release for this to kind of work out here. Let's see what this Eight of Swords energy is. What is this Eight of Swords energy? We have Justice. So I feel like you're stuck because you want to do the right thing. Um, there's another story I'm having coming out, so just take what resonates. But if it isn't just one person, there could be like two people supposedly, and you're trying to figure out like how to balance this out or which decision to choose. That's not for everybody, but with the Justice here, I feel like you're trying to figure out how to release this devil energy, which is kind of like that toxic, obsessive energy where you're feeling really obsessed, maybe about the past or something. There was some loyalty or something that happened in the past that you're obsessed with it. And now you're trying to figure out, how do I get myself unstuck and how do I move forward? And you're made with the Justice here, you want to move forward in like an ethical way, like you want to be aligned with yourself and with the situation. What is this Five of Swords for everybody? We have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, so you feel like you can't, it's hard for you to pick out the illusion. And the reason you're having trouble with picking out the illusion, like what's real and what's kind of just what's made up in your mind, is because you are having this struggle in your thoughts with this Two of Swords, Five of Swords, Eight of Swords energy. You are trying to overthink, you're overthinking, you're over processing. It's really not that, it doesn't really take that much work, or it shouldn't. It's just really about overcoming like some sort of obstacle, some sort of fear. Like I'm seeing like of being hurt in the past. It's really paying attention to what you need to release and what isn't serving you right now. There's something you're hanging on to that isn't serving you. We have the Page of Swords on the back. So with the Page of Swords and Knight of Wands, I see that like again, more of that hesitant energy where like the Knight of Wands wants to rush forward, but the Page of Swords is kind of like holding back and trying to like research and do some thought. Like, is this the best thing to do? Is this what we should do? And so that's kind of where you're getting yourself in trouble with your thoughts. So I don't know, that's not what I was expecting, but hopefully that resonates for somebody. That is a good message. I think the thing that I would focus on with this message is you just really need to use your intuition, let your intuition guide you, don't overthink it. And again, with the you know how we got the quill, the writing, let me see if I can find that one again. Strategy. You need to figure out how to strategize this with, because we have the King of Swords here too. So that tells me that like maybe there's something where you need to kind of think about this in a logical way and stop letting your emotions kind of get the best of you. Stop judging yourself for having certain feelings or thinking a certain way. Um, you know, I think you're gonna be fine, but let's take, I'm gonna take Ursa Sky Oracle and see if I can get any advice for this. And then we'll let you guys go. But it's been a good reading so far. I just wasn't expecting that storyline to come out. It's very specific. So hopefully this resonates for somebody. Let's see. What is the advice for this full moon in Leo? So we have asteroid, collision, course, catastrophic event, irreparable damage, chaos, and destruction. So they're saying this is kind of like the Tower card. So they're saying like if you don't make a move on this soon, they're gonna come in and shake stuff up, because your life is supposed to not just be about hanging on to things. And then we have Neptune. So Pisces could be relevant here. Planet of dreams, psychic abilities, inspiration, creativity, fantasy, illusion. Yeah, this is kind of what I was saying before. So something about your creativity is tied to this. Something about like writing something or a very inspiring energy. We got all those wands cards. So I feel like there is, and then again with your intuition, with that would be Pisces energy. Let's see, what else? And then the asteroid is going to be like Scorpio and Aries energy. Doesn't really matter though, but I just thought I'd call that out too. And then we have Mercury. So this is going to be Gemini or Virgo energy. So planet of communication, logical and rational thinking, information and ideas, self-expression. You guys, I cannot make this up. So they're saying they're going to come in and shake things up if you don't choose a path soon. Um, this has to do with you listening to your intuition, tapping into that intuition, which grounding is really good for that. Grounding exercises can be really good for that. Um, they're also saying that there's some sort of like thought process or communication that needs to be addressed here with this Mercury energy. We have Black Widow on the back, strained relationships, caught in a web, solitary confinement, and seeking vengeance. So maybe there's somebody around you who's causing drama or something. So that's why you really need to tune into your intuition, tune into your own thoughts. Don't let other people try to sway you in a certain way. Uh, but I also see this as like that uh infinity stuff, like the eight, I always see spiders as like eights because they have the eight legs. So it's sort of like that infinity of or the infinity symbol where it's like um, everything has a season and everything is connected. And so just making sure, but be careful about who you are putting your trust into. Because I feel like there are people around you maybe causing some of these illusions, maybe causing some of these thoughts, or maybe causing you to think that you need to hold on to things that aren't serving you. And that happens a lot, like when we're on that journey, because other people sometimes don't understand the growth process. And if they've never done it before, they're not going to be very respectful of that. They're not going to understand. So that was a beautiful reading. I hope this resonates for somebody. Let me know. And I hope you guys have a fantastic full moon in Leo.